And so you know that these two teams are going to be bashing heads against each other. Brazil up against NA. Let's see who comes out on top as Inspire finds Havoc right off the rip.
Yeah, quick catch after the jump up to the root, and Inspire is just going to check Rafa as well. A quick walk-in, a quick try two frags for Envy as they'll take over the A side. Inspire, okay. All right, he's going to just get started like this. I suppose that's how it's going to be. Do they let him go for 4? Of course they do. He's Inspired. Digizine can at least shut that down, but Envy will take over the A site just as Envy does just about every round.
Yeah, and that time around, I mean, you don't expect, out of all the possible agents to kind of push through, you don't expect the Cypher to be the one to just kind of walk in and find a couple of heads. Craziness, but now, Conan and DGZin moving through here, up against 4. This is asking for a lot.
Yeah, a lot with basically nothing in the tank. Digizine is just going to walk quite a bit up without even using that blind side. Conan just having to go for the 1-4, and Envy has more than enough resources. And yeah, a lot of these rounds are going to be very much dictated by moments like that, where players just sort of get away with stuff like that and Inspire. The first to fire gets them the pistol.
Yeah, and once again, like, you talk about the NA style, I genuinely think that Envy really just kind of impacted all the other teams in Tier 2 as well.
Don't seem to hit their mark, so they'll have to just enter with the double TP, but Kane has made this work with this Bucky, and he's walked up the river to find a free kill too!
Not again.
He is just unstoppable with this Bucky. It doesn't matter what else he does for the rest of the round. So stupid. And so Envy will get the pre-plant onto C. Kane! Now he's got a little more. Don't you worry, he'll do just fine.
Yeah, and 2 more members on the side of Team Solid left standing. But Envy, off the back of Kane's era, with a shotgun, mind you. It's something that, honestly, I didn't see a lot of Kane's era pull out during Challengers, but during Ascension, Kane's been having a little bit of trouble kind of getting some of these kills online, and so the shotgun just makes it a tad bit easier there. Things get dicey for a second, but Ion shuts any of shenanigans down.
Yeah, PXS does back in a bit of a crowd and gets away with 2, but that'll be all she wrote. Some impressive damage done, but still an even more impressive round by Envy, as Kane's era is the one that just skates right under.
It's so free.
That was so free. It's so, and that's what they're gonna say every time. It's so free. You're gonna see that Thrifty on your screen quite a bit, I feel, y'all. Just be prepared.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that kind of goes both ways here, but
yeah.
What's more impressive to me about this play is that it's on Raze. Usually, it's like Envy. They cool things down. They slow down their style. Inspire, once again, going to be the person leading things up here. Playing off the Cyber Cage will be Rafa, just hanging out in the back, who can kind of keep this honest.
Inspire starting to get a little antsy on these lurks, and so the pack fights mean that much more to Envy on the pistol. Nightfall to counteract, but a beautiful TP setup from Exter to quickly get the drop on the A site that Envy's already crunched. This looks like a well-choreographed play. And TSS kind of boxed out for the time being. PXS a bit alone. There's no way he wants to play off of this. Instead, he'll wait for Digizine's Dimensional Drift to make sure that the rest of the courtyard is clear. And Root has still crucially not been checked. Now it will be. Poppin caught, and Digizine gonna just take that solo fight quickly now that that drift is done. But Poppin still wins it with the stinger, no less. Now the duel against PXS. Let's see how well he can manage this. The clock already seems to have gone Envy's way. It just comes down to how many guns you can get rid of in the meanwhile, and Poppin might deal with PXS too. Nearly, yes. But even so, yeah, Clock is not Team Solid's ally this round, and they'll already have to give this away. So Envy will get a 3rd round on the board, an unconventional Thrifty that will net some guns back for their side as well.
Thrifty.
Yeah, and that's going to be good. PXS trying to stay alive here, is able to find Ion, so we'll carry this rifle over. But that is a good round for Envy to start to pull back here. Inspire right now, top of Envy at 7 kills. The other side, Conan, 4th in the team for kills, is also at 7.
Inspire, another walk-up, another first blood connection for him. Seems like the more ridiculous he gets, the better he does in a game like this. And he's already almost had to discipline himself a bit because he recognizes how clean Team Solid plays. Assumes he can't necessarily get away with as much, but now that Kane's era has applied the showstopper, PXS will get sandwiched from the baby door and allow Inspire to get his 2nd of the round. And the showstopper actually forces Digizine quite far back, so Envy have a lot of space to play with in this B post plan in a 5v3 with, once again, way worse guns. Keeps happening on rounds like these, man.
It's always the Thrifties. You never see them come.
It is always the Thrifties. Team Solid knocking on the front gate, and you do have some slightly worse guns tossed in the mix here, so get away with a solid backstab. But speaking of backstabs, that's where Inspire excels, and he's still sticking on this door. Easiest catch on a Havoc of his life. 3 kills for the Cypher, and a guaranteed round again for Envy here, as Team Solid will relent and settle.
And right now, just trying to keep those rifles alive. DG's in. Oh boy. Almost went for 1, but is able to walk away with still 2 kills. 3 away now from getting the ultimate back online here, but a lot of respect being given to Envy on that round. Unfortunately, Team Solid cannot make magic happen. Gives Envy enough time to get themselves set up. Inspire in that very tricky position, but the rest of the squad as well, holding these tight angles, making sure that they can make no mistake here on this post plant. So, still blow for blow, they're swinging at each other like crazy. DG's in still looking as sharp as ever, and last round in this half, Conan finally uses the Viper Pit to zone out C.
Which is where Envy will look to maybe find an early footing, as TSS keeps the rest of the stack on A, just, yeah, assuming that Inspire is going to be hanging out here anyway. Beautiful TP by Ion, and Conan's prepared, but Ion sticks it and wins that. That's odd. Inspire does get his as well on a PXS before it's counter-fragged, and this time Envy does feel like they've outpaced the situation. Exactly what you want to see from them. Popping on the back step. Rafa's gotten here early, and now Kainzera has to police it in the 1v1, meaning Team Solid have a lot more pressure from the back hall. Rafa wins again against Kainzera, and it goes back the way of Team Solid. A showstopper out from Havoc to try to zone away, and Rafa's finally dealt with, but Team Solid have repositioned to the waterfall swing, attempting to breach through this last smoke. And Digizine does have one more curveball in the tank, but it's countered by Extra Zone. Yoru for Yoru frag, and the instant reposition by Digizine is it in time? No, Ion is prepared! And Envy lock it down to keep this half steady at 5-7.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the Brazilian crowd very much behind Team Solid. They've been such a fast momentum team in that first half here. And now Envy on the defense. Let's see what they've got cooked up here. It's going to be a B-side attack.
Starting out quick, Havoc inside, and Digizine taking the other prong in the B site. Nice condensed space for both these duelists to run amok. Kainzera and Inspire, though, finding their pokes. Able to get a quick 3v5 established, and thus Team Solid will abandon ship, head over to the A site, snake through the stairs, and they found Kainzera. But still so many cutoff points, and yeah, this attack is looking weaker by the second. So many open angles that Rafa has to manage, and he will. Spike is well protected, and now Rafa stands alone with 39 HP. Envy were able to pluck the feathers of that attack quite quickly, and from there it seems Solid. They try to fly the coop, but Envy... Oh, Rafa! Don't make me do it now! Inspire. He's done this every damn round, and he will do it again to save the pistol and give Envy their sit. Yo, Shanks chat, what score?
Each other was looking so sharp, except all it takes is a bit of heroics from Conan, and all of that goes goodbye as Havoc says goodbye to Inspire. Team Solid on map point.
Out the gate, you still have one shotgun in the tank from Ion, and he's going to be the first threat to meet here. Exter able to tap quite a bit of damage away from the high ground before getting cleared back, but Team Solid have rounded out the site in a 3v2. And Conan on the way back with a Viper's Pit just in case Team Solid decide to aggravate that much more. But Exter's gonna get there first and use his Dimensional Drift now to force away so much of this preventative util onto solely Ion, who can't do jack. It's just Exter left, and he's able to get away with 2 with the Judge. Havoc on a crumb of health. Both members of these teams can breathe on each other, and it's over. Havoc gets 1 away, and that's it. Team Solid! It hasn't been many teams before that have done it like this to Envy. And Team Solid does it in front of a full building. What does Envy have now? Into map 2.
But whether or not that actually holds ground against a Team Solid that is just flying, that's really hard to say.
Already, you know you're going to have to babysit Kane a little bit more with this waylay pick, as he can only manage kind of one prong at a time. But turning back to PXS on the entry, and the rest of the stack of Envy has made it here. They are more than ready to fight it out, and Poppin is going to grab a quick briefer for Envy's sake. That's going to be their 3rd pistol of the match here, Marks.
Yeah, good stuff kind of coming out just off the rip here. And yeah, it felt like that tempo that we saw from Team Solid on the last map just wasn't there on the pistol. And to be fair, it wasn't there on the pistol on Lotus either. So, you know, classic Envy start here. Let's see how this one plays out, because history tells us that it should be a Team Solid round. But once again, Envy taking a little bit of time for themselves, cool off those heads a bit. Let's see what they've got in store.
Just consistently crumbling away at morale. And so these duelists have to make an effort to recoup it. Kainzera will cut off Digizine nice and quick this round. And Team Solid By the appearance of it, seems like they're gonna default their way through it until they found an easy line. PXS, wow. Instant access.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of room here, but Team Solid still very, very, very spread out. So finally, they are going to recoup a little bit just outside of A. They will be walking into Inspire and Ion.
Are they aware of how far up PXS has been able to go? Surely they are when he's been smoked out, Ion.
I'd assume so.
Whoever steps back from CT has to be aware of this. Of course, you do have the worst guns. I don't expect you to necessarily be able to work it, but... Hey, Ion is with that shorty in the smoke, and Inspire from Hell gets those classic shots down. 30 seconds to go, and the spike ain't on site yet.
30 seconds
PXS. Whoa, he ran out of points! What?
Last player standing.
Kane finds him, follows him, and Conan in the 1v3. It's a thrifty the other way, y'all.
Wow. It's in those 1v1 scenarios that Envy kind of come out on top, and Exter finding Digizin right off rip. A very aggressive peek, and it works out.
Yeah, peeking into everything there, staring into the abyss, and he finds a frag out of it. The Team Solid will kick up the gas, and PXS gets the opening pick off from the corner of the door. And it's reopened manually by Envy before the spike goes down. It feels like they're just gonna try and crunch this before Team Solid can like set up shop. Feels like the best MO, but PXS has taken over Hell. Kainzera has to get back in order to try and re-up the fight, and he will. The well-managed PXS still alive though, and he'll get a third in Hell. So Havoc in the 1v1, and Poppin barely comes away. I'm begging both teams to just get to all rifles. Just please, can we just get there?
Never. Never. Take that idea out of your brain at this point, but a good round from Envy. Once again, just isolating their fights.
Some real dog fights for some real dogs here in Sao Paulo. Envy continuing to try and play spoiler. Smoke set up on the top to try and manifest a one-way. Hunter's Fury out from Poppin to scope out Hell. But PXS has still managed to zone himself away.
Wow.
And crack open too. This kid is insane today. Exter on high, op shot to reopen, and a minute on the clock left with Team Solid. Yeah, PXS is in, so it feels like you have to commit to contesting.
Well, actually, Envy decided to hold back. Went away from getting Hunter's Fury online as well. Poppin does have that recon.
Team Solid gonna stick that down. Kane in with the light speed. PXS all rests on him. Is it gonna be 5? No, Kainzera manages to take out the far side and then makes it back. One standing again. This is, I mean, we're frolicking in the mud today.
Yeah, it's just like round after round. But I imagine this time we'll be a little bit more coordinated. Keep Digizin alive in the midst of all of it. The Blade Storms popped. And it's gonna be this mid push here, but Exter walking away with murder. Digizin, put those knives away.
Calm down, my guy.
There's no way.
Poppin'. Yeah, the crowd is starting to get a little gobsmacked again. PXS can at least hold down Kane. Don't get too antsy here, y'all.
PXS.
The no-scope. PXS continues to just get away with it. Poppin now has to go for the backstab, and he runs up to it and continues to spray on the bodies. As we're in a 2v2, Poppin once again early to it, but he'll choose to drone on top of the pings from Inspire's ultimate to guarantee Rafa's position, keep him terrified. And now the fake TP to see if he gets any sight out, but no, Poppin will wait for Inspire to go for that lurk up. Poppin gonna get Aura Max by Rafa. He's run him down with this stinger. Forced him pretty far back on Heaven. So it's two segmented 1v1s, but that's where Envy feels the more comfortable. Poppin's just gonna bust out that Hunter's Fury and almost finds Conan with the final tap. But it's Conan who can get a tap of his own to save this round for Team Solid. Nothing in the tank though. So Poppin can tap to his heart's delight. Has to check all these extra corners though. First one, does Conan buckle? No. Second tap, he'll go for it, and he will be met. Poppin is the one standing left after this round is said and done, and Envy make it 5-1.
Man, that is a crazy call to make there, but at the same time, like, you know, in the interview,
I'll try to toy with B main. Extra is gonna go ahead and lock down. Inspire ends up finding Digizin.
crazy.
That's insane ADS tracking, man. How do you recover in that?
I don't know, like Digizin was just having such a phenomenal first map, and then this time around has been pretty much the first kill fairly consistently. And that takes off a lot from the plates of Team Solid to work with on these engagements. Inspire down to 2 HP, but still alive. While the rest of Team Solid, they're going to be kind of using that middle presence to guarantee safe passage over to this A site where Ion is the
30
only
seconds
person left standing.
Walking in with that null command to negate the danger of Inspire's util. That trapwire still has to get burned away, though, on the entry. And Ion, beautiful paranoia to crunch this fight, and Kane and Poppin are here for it. It's Havoc that has to wrap it up, and he can't do a damn thing. Envy once again meet the problem before it makes its way to them, and they can turn that into their round.
Yeah, and now Envy, like, we're seeing the heat up that we kind of expected from them on that last map.
Cage trigger.
Set up on the Team Solid's B entry and Inspire with the one-way on the cage.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, what did PXS Flash Drive do for that, respectfully? Barely had to move. Oh, and Inspire just gonna walk it down, get away with a freebie. Hey, that's some Envy stuff.
I know
And look at the
exactly
push-up
where you are.
from the other two. Yeah, you're gonna have to back it up thanks to that piece of information, but Rafa is watching this, so we'll be able to find one. Looks for the other, but Ion comes out on top, barely staying alive. Safe passage, though, still onto this B site. But actually, the call gets made. PXS wants to go on to A. Probably a group up here, but Exter and Ion are both watching this site.
Yeah, on top of the high-low. So PXS, oh, and he has to use his other flash just to clear out the tree room, so it's going to be dry contact into the Jenny. And that is easy for Envy.
But as soon as they realize, okay, it's been about a minute, let's poke out here. Let's see if we can find anything. And usually they're walking away with a kill or two.
Couple shots as Poppin will try to, by the looks of it, bait Exter's angle, and yeah, you're not checking him, man. Exter gets a second, PXS can't frag it back either. And yeah, this eco round isn't gonna do a damn thing. Rafa with the TP in doesn't get away with the one, but that should be all she wrote. Kane, nice one. Little extra flourish for that round. Very a la how Neon was interpreted in last year's Ascension is Kane's waylay at the moment. Just able to kind of feast on the scraps. Open season for Extra's op to start things out, and the Hunter's Fury, thrown in reaction by Poppin to try and go extra hunting, will catch PXS.
Slow and steady now, but I like Ion's position. Okay, Exter actually goes for the Dimensional Drift to get that information. And once again, this is an aggressive Envy play.
And that's everybody, and Ion's paranoia, once again, so well timed this time around on top of it. So Spike stranded. Rafa is gonna go ahead and use that from the shadows to make his way to the A site with that Spike he faked to, but I mean, Havoc is still stuck, so Rafa, yeah, he's got to do extra work before he can safely get this Spike down, and he's stepping back before Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Inspire through the glass.
30 seconds
and
left.
that should be a 9-3 scoreline for Envy. Havoc, yeah, 25 seconds to go. Miles to conquer, and Envy make it 9-3.
A phenomenal bounce back from Envy on this map. We're seeing Team Solid not be able to play how they want to play. Yeah, and at least that pressure gets stalled for a second, down to the 2v3. The weapon, or sorry, the health advantage going to Team Solid at this point. And Envy, they're all grouped up here. And I'm curious to see where they want to decide to end, because if they do move into this B side, well, Havoc has all the utility set up here. And that Cypher is going to be very instrumental, at least slowing things down, as the slow creep forwards happens for Envy.
Kainzera still with his light speed available to break apart this B site. They've heard the camera get tapped by Havoc. Gotta catch it though.
Cage trigger.
Looks up, they pinged it, Havoc
30 seconds
pings
left.
back. Deals a load of damage to Poppin on their way in through the lane, and he'll finish.
Oh,
The
no
pool
way.
is Poppin dares to challenge, Ion will as well, and he will come up all right. But still a 1v2 and all is said and done, and not much time or space to get this Spike safely down. Still though,
Spike
literally zero
planted.
util in the bank here for either of these players after the smoke goes down from Rafa, so I'll just walk right up, and Ion with his own smoke on the stairs
Last
to negate
player
one of these sight
standing.
lines, and one of the players immediately in the 1v1 against Cone, and Ion clutches it up and gets a 4K to start out Envy's 4th consecutive pistol this series.
Ion closing things out. I thought for sure the value. Ion closing things out. I thought for sure the value that we see DGZin get just at the start there was going to be more than enough to make sure that they win out this round. Excellent utility place just to make sure that everything was just perfectly lined up. Take those long duels, and even Havoc as well. Being able to find a couple of very key kills to make it so winnable. And yet Ion finding the very single tap out moments and then goes for that kind of wide swing as we've seen Ion do so many times and catches the headshot there. So
Cover going out.
So close now, surely. The momentum is all there. cainzero, the bum rush. Rafa finds a backstab with the shorty even still, but that should be all the damage done by Team Solid. Can't find too many more opportunities to get the drop on them like this.
Spike planted.
yeah, 3v4 on this retake, just pistols. DGZin all the way on the other side of the map. Just gonna be looking to get a couple kills. Havoc actually finds one.
Wow, yeah, before falling down, so keeps the gap kind of limited here. Getting rid of one more gun would be a really decent follow-up by Team Solid, but of course not even close to the performance that we've seen from them until this point, so why not aim higher? Conan clears Ion as DGZin has still made his way up, but too much to clear, and cainzero will scrape him. Conan has to clutch up with the Sheriff to keep the streak going, and finally, Envy will lock down the second round of the half in tandem with the first.
A good time for that to happen, as they
Yes.
now are on 11, and
They still want to take this here. They want to stick another thrifty on that board. DGZin, as always, ego peeking before Envy does. And not many players can say that.
whoa.
And the spray into the smoke as well. I love that aggression on top of Rafa's smoking, but Envy strikes back with their own level of aggression and gets 2 for 2 on the entryway. Still, cainzero has to act now with this Bucky, and Ion actually takes the spread with him, so knocks it down to a 3v2.
Feeling area.
Last player
And
standing.
Kane again! How does he infect continuously like this? And Ion, I mean, that's half for funsies, but half to truly guarantee this. Give Kane one more as you hear him running on down.
Spike planted.
Oh, Conan gets good timing, so we can reset. At least make it a 1v2.
Those full shields as well. Recon Dart should be coming on. Oh, yeah, it's actually too far out here, so I'm gonna just try and take this one normally.
Ooh, the double one-way two. That's pretty gross. Yeah, again, well set by Envy despite the tougher buy. cainzero able to kind of facilitate the rest of the players in their swinging. We do have Exter's Dimensional Drift and Papa's Hunter's Fury. They love this combo.
Boy,
We'll see how much they can get out of it, I guess.
Don't miss it.
let's go. Let's see this one play out as cainzero goes in.
Yeah, first light speed in for intel on the market, and he still finds DGZin. He gets a buff with this Bucky, I swear. He's unreal with it. And we're in. No dimensional drift required, by the way. And Inspire has found his lurk pick. Everything's coming up, Envy. Of course it's the round that you least expected. The timeout doing everything for Envy. And sure, let that Hunter's Fury fly. You won't get another round to use it. Twin 13-7s to take us to map 3, y'all. Team Solid, Team Envy, they're both giving everything.
And Team Solid's composition looks like it is ready to kind of stall things out, playing that double controller. Exter already getting a little bit of information, but just kind of step out of that one.
And we saw this the last time Envy played against Stella, just conditioning that TP presence on the A showers. He doesn't actually go for the TP this time, though, so Envy is willing to sell the stack on B, as it seems. Nice bird out from Poppin, just to guarantee that the stack is still here. He's been fine with using these a little early for the dry contact offs. And a regrowth onto the first damage pool trade as Ion is able to hold down the lurk from Conan. So it is just that presence from the garden. And last time Envy just had to manage this one line of attack. It went pretty well for them. Rafa, though, has a bit more to say about it. DGZin escorted upward, and so it's a 1v2 at the end. But Poppin, with all that dry contact, is able to negate it. Envy keep 2 standing and are now 5 for 5 on pistols this series.
That's good, though, because at the same time, they've gotten so much of Envy all the way over onto this B site. Well, meanwhile, it's just Havoc alone.
Great discipline by Kane to hold that as the screen goes up. Envy know how little intel they're working with, and they'll deal with the immediate threat first. And yeah, so Kane is going to be able to get a free rifle out of that.
30 seconds
Definitely
left.
dangerous going forward. Inspire, unchecked. Oh, but bides his time, because no one's checking him. And the Classic needs a couple shots to guarantee the kills. Does a hell of a lot of damage to Rafa. Looks like Envy could be able to wrap back this Thrifty here. As Poppin circles, makes his way back, PXS. The only line of defense left now, and on the Stinger, it's so hard for him to do it on his own. The Haunt destroyed, Spike left half, PXS in the pool, and Inspire gets 3. Eco for I believe, the 3rd time this series?
Yeah, these teams, they love their eco rounds, that's for sure, but
It seems like Team Solid are just favoring the neutral space as they're trying to carve out a portion. And now the TP, as the entry from Poppin and Exter comes through and kills 2 for 2, but Digizine ends up recovering and making the space back to play for Team Solid, having a slightly advantageous 3v3. Inspire does have to stay a tad bit back.
okay, DGZin also going for the dimensional drift now, just to get a little bit of information here. Inspire the only person on this site, and this time around not doing a flank. You can see DGZin is going in there just to clear that with how painful it was last time in showers. But will be nice and easy. They shouldn't be able to get the spike down, but NB are already here, and you know they're gonna take the fight.
Yep. Kainzera ready for it immediately. Oh, but he's so in the open at the moment. Still able to find Digizine. Turns on a Conan! Sure, he has a couple people helping and watching, but the kid does it all on his own. And Envy will make it 3-1.
That is unbelievable play coming through from Kainzera. One of the players once again.
Gonna get braggadocious in the rounds that he can, and this is certainly one of them. But Digizine will match him. And perhaps already the heat's been checked. Orbital strike on Team Solid's approach. Very telegraphed, but Poppin has to be prepared for this backstab as Digizine maintains this flank watch. As Team Solid will slowly make their way through the lamps. Inspire, 1 for 1. Snakebite will keep them from moving any farther forward, but Poppin has made his way through the showers, and so Team Solid pretty boxed in, actually, at Envy, and they take full advantage of that. Easy swings for Ion and company, and yeah, it feels like the moment that you relent off the showers, Envy feels so much more confident. Coy at this. Maybe sell a rush down, but nobody else from short's going, so Envy, yeah, they'll just let it go
30
by.
seconds left.
Still play for the crunch itself. Poppin'
Face your
no more
fear!
birds, though. So this is probably the best chance that Team Solid has to condense.
Ooh.
Nightfall, another trap wire. Inspire, these TikTok-ass setups. Just
kidding me?
catching so
Down
much!
B.
Come on, man, he does it again! Kane! Give it all to Inspire!
Last player standing.
And everyone from Envy's gonna get in on the fun for that round.
And so Envy are just able to walk away with murder. Tenric, that is crazy to see, especially given how dominant Team Solid started out this match.
Unbelievable stuff from Inspire to just continue getting the drop. Now Team Solid just gonna try and amp up the gas again. Kainzera, the stopper! Oh, Envy is locked. I mean, they're still confidently taking the showers. This is the exact same space that Team Solid didn't feel as capable on before. Kainzera, he almost feels like hitting that ultimate because he wants the ace that bad, but Ion's gonna clear it away before he can ask for it. So very quickly stomped out. Hey, they can't get a 13-0. How's a 13-1 sound?
Top.
Yeah, he's definitely got help. So this is still a controlled confidence from Kane. Definitely an evolved version of it. Exactly what Envy needs to find their own huge gaps to carry them into the top echelon of this tournament. Poppin, another swing out, he catches PXS, and he gets out before the punish frag from Conan. The timing this guy finds in this garden is immense. Spray down on it to Digizine too! These reads are nuts, man! Kane, wow, didn't wait a second to pop that ultimate. Wants to nail down Havoc here and now. And Havoc will luckily take care of that. But in the meantime, Ion is still puppy guarding this spike. And yeah, Conan, I mean, he's a mountain dwarfing a molehill at the moment. Havoc, what do you do here? Yeah, 12 seconds to go. I say you just save, Bubby.
10 seconds
You
left.
save, but look, Inspire's already trying to wrap around. Secure that kill too. Like, it's just so crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Team Solid just look like they're lost on some of these rounds.
Yeah.
They're not able to get anything online and are consistently just under so much pressure. Kainzera heat up over the Eggster just frying. One of them always gonna be good for it. It's Poppin under a lot of pressure here. Well, Rafa just plays close, but gets sprayed down right off the rip. That is not how you wanted to start this round.
That is, yeah, a tough start for Team Solid. Inspire does wait out the boom bot, does confirm his position. Poppin gonna let the Seekers go. And, I mean, yeah, typical Envy to kind of step into those. As it'll confirm the crowd's still in the sand. Inspire is very close to this. He gets ahead of the Prowler and finds Havoc! How does he find that window, bro? I'm losing my mind. And Kane has made his way in and T-boned this entire push. It's all Envy in the scoreboard. 8-3. That's nutty, bro.
It's like they just always consistently find the right timings to move out and secure the kills. Like, that's kind of crazy. First the spray down here, and then yeah, just dodging the Prowler. I don't even think Inspire saw it, if I'm being honest with you. And still, it just works out perfectly. Kane Zera so far back, playing the Clove, has a lot to work off of, closes out the round. Like, once again, it just feels like Envy can do no wrong.
You still got the Nightfall, you still got the guns, you can still make a cry for 4-8. Exter, aggressive dimensional drift to confirm a mini crowd here. Havoc ready for the other lineup though. Ion stepping into things. Exter now exiting and Kane crunching with him, so the spike is dropped on Showers. Envy guessed right on Exter's ulti, and they'll use it to try to babysit the rest of this round. Conan forced into cubby. Kane Zera beats him out and is now gonna run it down. 3! And it's just one of those days for him now. Maybe his flu's cleared up.
Like, it has just been a fragging masterclass coming through. But DG's in, not ready to let go. Finds 2 at least before Kane Zera trades that one back.
And he might have to Thanos his way through this round as well in the 4v3, just running it down past the incendiary. Kane is over it, folks. That's a 20 bomb before round 13 is hit fully. It's an I'm him game from him. Does it wrap up the round though? Still a lot of it to go. And Inspire trying to facilitate the extension. Still not dead just yet, but PXS has done a lot of the damage pool. Is it all to set up Kane again? As he extends from the cage, Kane gets PXS! And Inspire once again babysitting. Conan falls! And the 3v4 falls to a 3v1 as Havoc's ankles are broken. And Kane, once again, held up as the first point of contact. Give it all to him. No, Havoc can at least beat that, but Inspire yet again with the follow-up. And Envy is 6 for 6 on pistols this series.
Gonna take first point here up against Inspire.
Yeah, it might just be too late. Kane might have decided the game is over for you. Oh, but the rest of Envy, still keen too. And Team Solid just as keen to take away this eco as well. Do they go 5 for 6 on those? Digizine can hold him in the TP this whole time. Inspire will finally punish him. Still some shower presence persists. Havoc has been kind of quiet. But so the rest of Team Solid can make their way back and try to go for a full-blown flip. This trapwire, though, walling Conan away, necessitates a little bit of extra movement, and Inspire's already found Rafa. Inspire is good for 3, and Envy swiftly shut down that attempt. It's 11-3.
It hardly ever works out in their favor. DGZin is the only one who is sometimes able to convert those around.
Envy gonna try and get this close contact on the Digizine. They're aware he's there, and Kane Zera waiting out. The Metal is still able to find the opening frag. On that push, Rafa can swing Inspire. Nice head tap, but he's been also hit by that. So still a 3v4 from Team Solid to retake this as Envy just go from 0 to 100 again. Exter extends out of the smoke, finalizes Rafa's health pool, and Team Solid might already have to give it up. They might not even be allowed to do that. Conan forced to fire it out, and it's Exter's turn to go on a kill streak. 4 for him, and 9 rounds of match point for Envy.
Hey, yo, my bad, Exter. I know I just talked a little bit of smack about you. They show zero sign of slowing down. Team Solid, they have to win 9 rounds in a row to make this happen as Kane Zera finds the first.
They don't care about the blind. They don't care about anything. Kane Zera is just soloing. He's W King. He doesn't care anymore. Exter's on top, though. It's a foot race just to see who can get the kills first at this point. Team Solid are full tilted. And I swear, if Envy doesn't hard pick bind for the remainder of this tournament, I'm gonna be upset. They're about to allow a total of 3 rounds to Brazil as a whole. Kane Zera popped, though, has to use his ultimate, and that'll waste a good amount of time on the spike itself as Inspire playing a foothold on the TP flank with the help of Ion. And after
Who's next?
he will end up falling, it's just Egster on the site, but he'll Dimensional Drift to
I
waste
know
even more
exactly.
time. And the double peek out from the smoke. Inspire lays waste. PXS is only good for one. And Envy have yet another dominant bind performance to send another Brazilian team down.
An unbelievable turnaround. The bounce back from map number 1 where it looked like they could just do a nothing and Team Solid were slapping them around to pull themselves right back up and sends them to Ascent where they win out in 13-7 fashion. And suddenly cainzera, heated up as always, makes this a very decisive bind. Right now, Envy can simply not be stopped on this map as once again, they have won in such a dominant fashion. First, the 13-0 against Stelle, and now a 13-3 against Team Solid. Unbelievable stuff coming through from Envy, and as Team Solid will now go into the lower bracket, I worry for Winthrop University because that was the team that sent them down in the play-ins.
Egster begging the crowd to make some noise. Oh, and it looks like they had the read for sure there. Wow. Envy's villain arc grows here in